Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. It's replay contest time once again. This time I'm concentrating on the tank destroyers. Here's, I'll have a go, Lenivik, I'm going to call him Lenny, in his Object 704. And this is a well played game, but the reason I've singled this one out in particular is because, well, at what point do you decide that enough is enough? And you turn around and kill a griefing, trolling douchebag who's on your own team. So just, you know, have that question in the forefront of your mind when you're watching this replay. Did you see that? T-54, direct hit, right in the flank, no damage, with the PL-10 gun. And here's the douchebag in question, this Lerva driver. So, okay, it's being mildly annoying at the moment. At what point do you turn around and decide enough's enough and you just give him some BL-10 in the face? Now? Nope. Lenny's got more patience than that. Okay, you want that spot? Go ahead, take it. Oh, you don't want that spot? Okay. Okay, right, so you didn't want the spot, you're just being a douchebag. So, do you shoot him now? I mean, that's what he wants you to do, because he's a douchebag. He's trying to piss you off into shooting at him. So at what point do you actually say, fine, okay, and shoot him? Do you do it now? You know, maybe if you just go somewhere else, he'll leave you alone. In case you're wondering, it is actually an encounter battle on El Haluf. And the team is getting its ass kicked, 3-0. Well, here he comes. And he's doing it again. You can see this IS thinking, what is this prick doing? And he's thinking about it. He's thinking about shooting him. But I guess he figures that, well, you know, if the Object 704 is not doing anything about it, then I'm not. Now, there's a problem with the patch 8 replays, and you can't actually see what's being said in chat. And I would love to have been able to see what people were talking about in chat in this game. And look, he's at it again. He's trying to push him over the edge of the cliff. So do you kill him now? Because he's completely ruined the game for me.
Enemy vehicle knocked down.
Watch this. Yep, right where you were protecting the flank, but were forced to move because of this douchebag. Here comes half the enemy team. There's that troll cannon in action again. And he's at it again. That's not actually him shooting us. Those are enemy tanks who've come up the gap left in the defences caused by this douchebag and now trying to get out of his way. So, you know, at what point do you turn around and execute this prick? He's under fire And he's still doing it. Lone Yang Tiger 88 over on the flank there, nailed by that T-54. And now he's trying to push him out of cover and into the firing line of those two mediums. This prick isn't even trying to point his gun at the enemy tanks. So at what point do you just have to decide this guy is a liability? It's like having an extra enemy player on our team. At what point do you decide, screw it, just kill him? I mean, personally, I would have ended that guy 5 minutes ago. If that was me driving this Object 704, if this was me in my Object 704 in this situation with a with a douchebag like that driving a lurker, I would have ended him 5 minutes ago, no problem. And it would have been the wrong thing to do. And I'm not talking about on moral grounds. He just saved your ass. And that's not all he's going to do. It's 2 versus 4 at the moment. It's you and a douchebag versus 4 enemy tanks. And those 4 enemy tanks have 6 kills between them.
One of our tracks was hit.
Why is the T-34 backing off? The Lurver's just protected your ass. Suddenly he turns into the best teammate you ever had. It's unbelievable. Here he comes.
Let's roll.
Lenny gets steel wall out of this game, by the way. Tiger behind you.
Enemy armor is damaged.
You gotta love that BL-10 gun. No, that Tiger is shooting at the Lurver driver throughout. If he hadn't been there, Tiger would have been shooting at us. And it took as long as, you know, losing 13 of the team for this guy to actually turn into a competent teammate instead of just trying to be a dick. And like I said, if it had been me driving this Object 704 rather than Lenny, well, this would have been a loss. Because I would have killed that prick in the Lurver long before now. No question about it. Lenny didn't. And because he didn't, and also because he's a damn good player, he ends up walking away with a good win. Nearly 6,000 damage done to the enemy team. And a steel wall medal. Now this is smart. There's no idea what sort of health status that AMX 5100's at. And it could take as much as 2 shots to kill him. And an AMX 5100 with a full clip can do, well, he can kill us. So instead of approaching from the obvious angle where the AMX was expecting, he's seen him now anyway. But now he's got a Lerva on one side of him and an Object 704 on the other. And it looks like he's lost sight of him. There he is. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. So the AMX is going to be looking... Oh, actually, I don't even know where he's pointing his bloody gun. It's almost as if he can't see us, because driving right in front of an Object 704 like that, not smart. But, you know, the moral of this one is, even though somebody is being an absolute cock, and that guy was being an absolute cock, I would have killed him long before we got down to just me and him left. And if I had, I would have lost this match. So I suppose the moral of that story is, you know, don't shoot at your teammates. No matter the provocation, don't do it. Because you never know when you're removing a friendly gun from your team is going to come back and bite you in the ass. Nevertheless, well played Object 704 game. Despite extreme provocation and what must have been incredible frustration, he kept his cool, didn't lose his temper, and as a result, he won the game. So, from the sublime to the ridiculous, here's Hookshot, trolling the newbies in his T-18 on Himmelsdorf. Straightforward standard battle. It's a Tier 3 game in his tiny little Tier 2 American tank destroyer. Now, the thing about the T-18 is it's very, very fast. It's very, very well armoured from the front. It's not that manoeuvrable, but it mounts this 75mm howitzer. And this gun can one-shot any Tier 1 tank in the game, no question. It can come close to one-shotting any Tier 2 tank in the game, and it can give serious problems to any Tier 3 tank in the game, or one-shot just about any Tier 3 tank destroyer or artillery in the game. It's like driving a tiny little, very fast ISU 152 around. And it absolutely adores shooting at the new British tanks because they don't have any armour whatsoever. Unfortunately, this is a patch 8 replay, not 8.1, so no Mark 1 Vickers for us to shoot at. But there's plenty of Panzer IIs and Panzerjägers, like that one up there. And this is the derp gun. Because of course it's firing HE, this actually misses.
That was close.
Still does damage, just from the splash damage. Alright, it's only 5 damage, but hey, you know, damage is damage. And there you go, that's a direct hit with this howitzer. 115 damage at Tier 2. What's this BT2? It's like, what the hell was that? So there's the first 2 kills. Now, there are bad guys down the other end of this road, and you can make a choice here. You can either sit and just wait for them to come to you and suffer the same fate as that BT2, or go out and risk, you know, face to face, which you stand a fairly good chance of surviving with the frontal armour on this thing, especially if they're firing autocannons. Those little 20mm autocannons that have severe problems at any kind of range getting through the front of a T-18. Like the guns on this Panzer II. Looks to me like somebody's reloading his autocannon. T-46 now. He's Tier 3, and he does have a little... I know. It's going to sound really weird saying he has some armour when I'm talking about a T-46, but this is only a 75mm howitzer. However, it still does enough explosive damage, if it hits, to take out a T-46 in 2 shots. And there's another BT-2 sitting up there. I have no idea what he thinks he's doing. Oh, that was unusual. Didn't do full damage. That's more like it. So this is why high explosive derp guns, howitzers, that fire HE shells are a bit of a lottery. Because you just never know when they're going to actually penetrate and do full damage. Well, that's not strictly true. If you're playing, for example, an SU-152, you can basically count on them never penetrating and doing full damage. But down here at the low levels, sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And it's immensely satisfying when they do. Generally speaking, you're shooting at anything tier 1, you know, you're going to just derp them. It's just you're going to blow them off their tracks with one shot. No question asked. Tier 2, yeah, maybe, maybe not. Tier 3, probably not, but you're still probably going to kill them in 3 or 4 hits. And as howitzers go, this is one of the more rapid firing. That's 5 kills, by the way, just in case, you know, anybody was keeping count. The T-18 became I mean, it was always a popular little Tier 2 tank destroyer, but it became really, really popular when the British tanks came out. Because those things just, I mean, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, take your pick, they've all got shit armour. If there's one thing a howitzer loves, it's shooting at something with shit armour. And there's Top Gun. Oh, M3 Stuart coming. Tier 3 again. And that was full damage, but Stuart has enough health. He actually survived too. So the second one didn't penetrate, it just exploded on his armour and did some damage. If it had penetrated, obviously, you know. Oh yeah, come on. Boom. 7 kills. And all they have left is Panzer II, and he's on the hill. We're not going to get anywhere near him. There we go. Panzer 35T finished him off. So, yeah, not bad. Well done. But it's, you know, taking a T-18 into a Tier 1, 2 or 3 game is like kicking puppies. There's not really much challenge involved in it. Always amusing to watch, though. Yeah, people are always asking me, how should I play a tank destroyer? And my advice usually is, especially when you're driving something like the Stug 3, is stay back, let other targets go ahead and spot for you. You form the second line of attack, and you fire from behind a screen of friendly tanks, and you know, and you shoot at and kill what they're detecting for you. And then, you know, somebody like Ex-Pesnaz here comes along and just makes me look stupid. So here he is in his Stug 3 in a encounter battle on steps, and he doesn't have time for any of that hanging around in the second line bullshit. Watch this. There's the old Tier 4 light Panzer rushing ahead to see if he can get himself killed first. He's going to get his wish. Or is he? Oh no, the A20 driver wins. Well, he wins on our team. T46 won on the other team. So, you know, so far fairly straightforward tank destroyer stuff. Hiding in the bushes on a ridgeline. What is this SU-85B doing? Seriously? Driving across the middle of an open field? You think that's a good idea? On this map? Well, apparently he's not the only one. What are you doing, man? Have you taken leave of your senses? Get into cover, at once. No, doesn't have time for any of that crap. He's got tanks to kill. So that's 2 kills. Watch this drive-by execution of the Hetzer. Anytime I try to do that, it bounces. It's just not fair. 3 kills. Is that Marder AFK? Or is he just crap?
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
What's he doing there? Oh well, kill's a kill, let's not argue. Oh, a Sherman. But he's not the one shooting at us.
That's gotta hurt.
35 damage. That was probably artillery. That was probably an artillery near miss. Which means this M2 medium tank isn't paying any attention to his map, and we can have him too. Oh, Churchill got him. Ah well, never mind. Fair's fair. Oh look, an M3 Lee. Yeah.
We've hit them hard. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Top Gun. Oh, there's the artillery.
We nailed it bad.
Panzer IV finishes him off. And I can't help but feel you're not supposed to play a stug like this. You're breaking the rules here. What happened to, you know, sitting on a ridgeline hiding in the bushes, shooting stuff that the friendly tanks ahead of you have spotted? You're not supposed to. Well, hang, you know, if it's stupid but it works, it isn't stupid.
Looks like that one went right through.
Is he going to get the killing blow? Oh, not quite. So, Top Gun came close to getting the Radley Walters medal, but hey, you know, close isn't good enough. But a well-played game and a very entertaining game to watch. It's not often you see people playing a Stug as aggressively as that, and by rights he should have died. What happened to that SU-85B in the middle of the open field should have been what happened to him as he crossed the middle of that open field, and yet sometimes you just get away with it. And you get results like that. So, I hope you enjoyed that brief roundup of some of the submissions for the Tank Destroyer contest. It's definitely going to be a much quicker resolution to finding, you know, who the winner of the Tank Destroyer replay is, because there weren't nearly as many Tank Destroyer replays sent in as there were heavy tanks, for example. It seems like every man and their dog had a KV-1 or a KV-1S. Tank Destroyers, I expect to be able to announce a winner within 3 or 4 days. A couple of these roundups, then I'll show you the runners-up, and then the Tank Destroyer winner. I have exactly 23 more Tank Destroyer emails to look at, and then I will have looked at all of the Tank Destroyer replays. I'll be able to pick a winner, and we'll get on with giving away some gold. So more of those to come over the next few days, mixing up with some more patch 8.2 test server shenanigans. As always, take care on the battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.